SoFi stock isn't looking so pretty today, guys. It's currently about 1 p.m. on the East Coast, and the stock is down 2.5%. It's now at $7.17, off of about 60 cents off of the highs from yesterday, where we hit 7.75 in the morning. That was at about 10 a.m. on the East Coast, and earlier in the day, we hit $7.10. So we did drop around, 8% from the highs from yesterday. So let's do a quick breakdown on the charts, my thoughts, what I'm looking to do here. As you guys know, I am long SoFi, and maybe later in the video, we'll break down some other stocks, the markets, what I'm looking to do there. So if y'all find value, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and guys, don't forget to get your free money from Moomoo. It's literally free money. Once you open up your account and fund it with at least $100, you get 5 stocks, each up to $2,000, and fund your account with at least $1,000. On top of those 5 stocks, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. And if you guys, for some reason, don't like the Moomoo platform, which I think you will, but if you don't, you can take out your deposited money and you keep the free stocks once you get them. So check out the details, link down below. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So again, it's about 12:50, almost 1 p.m. right now. So we're a little bit over, or wait, are we under halfway through the day? We're pretty much halfway through the day, whatever, the trading day. It doesn't matter. Either way, SoFi is down 2.45% to be exact right now, down 18 cents. It's at $7.17. And you guys know the past couple of days have been very good for the bulls here on SoFi stock. You all can see on the 5-day, 5-minute, we went up for a good 1, 2, 3, 4, yesterday, 5 trading days we went up, and now we're starting to reverse that trend. You guys can see we're under the moving averages right now on the 5-day, 5-minute, and we do have a death cross that is slowly starting to form, and we're well under the lows from yesterday, and now we're actually heading to the lows from, I believe, Tuesday. Tuesday the 28th of November, which is the next support that I'm looking at here. If I draw it out, you guys can see that is roughly at $7 per share. So yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that, sure, the bulls are still in charge in a way here on the 5-day, 5-minute, because we are still above the highs from Tuesday, or the lows from Tuesday rather, and we're still arguably holding an uptrend here, but we are seeing the start of a downwards reversal. Again, we have a death cross on the 5-day, 5-minute. We are under the moving averages now. We did take out the lows from yesterday, and we failed to take out the highs from yesterday, which we did that in every other trading day, at least here on the 5-day, 5-minute chart. Maybe actually we didn't do it here on this day, but for the most part, each day that we've had in the past couple of days, we've taken out the highs from the previous day, but again, we did not do that today, and we actually took out the lows from yesterday, which is not the best sign for the bulls in the short term. And here on the 10-day chart, let me show you this. We are slightly above the 180 SMA right now, which is solid, right at about 710, 715, but the second that gives here on the 30-minute chart, man, this could slip quite aggressively, maybe back down to the high 6s, mid 6s, maybe under that point. And here on the 20-day chart, if I pull it up for you guys, you can see now we've officially gotten rejected at 775, 770, which you guys know I talked about this yesterday. That was the high from the middle of this month, about 2 weeks ago. Earlier in the month of November, we hit 770, failed to break out. And now we're noticing again, we're failing to break out as of yesterday, and now we're dumping off. Again, we're taking the lows out from yesterday. So this looks not the best in the short term for the bulls, but that's for the short-term bulls. If we're a long-term bull like myself, I'm sure you might be as well. This could be opening up a longer-term opportunity as the valuation comes down, as the stock price comes down, right? And that's kind of how I'm looking at this. I'm in this at 680, 680 I bought initially, and I bought more at 692. So the closer we get to that, and hopefully under that point, the better for me, because I get to average in more, I get to buy in at a lower cost, lower my cost basis, which is nice. So at this point, guys, I'm not really looking at this as a trade, as you guys probably know. I'm looking at this more as investment, and if it does come down under that 30-minute moving average we talked about, the 180 SMA, if we break that point, and let's say on the 20-day chart we break under $7. All right, maybe I get to buy more SoFi stock in the mid-high sixes. And if it breaks that point, lower sixes we go, I'll be buying even more at that point. So it's clear as day now, guys, on the 4-hour time frame, we are getting rejected at the 180 SMA at a lower high, which is not good for the bulls in the short term. And the downwards channel that we've covered time and time again here on this YouTube channel, well, that is still intact. We got hit at a lower high at 750, which, I'm not loving that. 750, 775. We got rejected at the 180 SMA, and, I'm not loving that from a short-term technical perspective. But again, from a long-term bullish perspective, I want to buy the stock. I want it at cheaper prices. This is a good setup for maybe more downside. You guys can see here, if I draw out a simple arrow, this is where SoFi stock could, keyword is could, nothing's guaranteed, but this is where it could be going. Maybe we start shooting down towards the high fives, lower sixes. Maybe it gets even worse than that. Time will tell. I don't know. I don't have the crystal ball, guys. I wish I had the crystal ball. And, at that point, I'd be a trillionaire. And, all you guys would be rich if we all knew what was going to happen, when it was going to happen. Like Back to the Future, right? Where, they got the almanac, and then Biff steals the almanac, and, he bets on all the sports, and he, gets it all right because he knows what happens, right? It's kind of like that. If you knew what happened, it's going to be you're going to be rich. You're going to know everything. But then what's the fun in that, right? What's the fun in knowing everything, right? That's kind of how I look at it. But either way, I'm long SoFi. It's down on the day, 2.7%. Not looking like it's getting better, at least as of now. By the looks of it, it's probably going to have a red day. We'll see how it goes over the next couple of hours. And the indexes today, guys, are not looking so pretty right now, at least as of now, 1 p.m. on the East Coast. We do have some red in the NASDAQ. It's down 0.75%, as the Dow, funny enough, is up 0.75%. We have the Russell up 0.25%, and we have the S&P down about 0.1, 0.2%. So a lot of movement all over the place today for the stock market, and we have a lot of green across the board, like CRM, Salesforce, which I mentioned in my previous video. Make sure you guys go check that out. We talked more about their earnings, broke down the charts. That one's up 6.4% today. We have Tencent, which I haven't talked about Tencent in God knows how long, but TCEHY, Tencent is up about 2.5% on the day. Not bad. We do have a golden cross forming here on Tencent and an inverse head and shoulders as well. So this one might be worth watching in the short term. You guys see that left shoulder head, right shoulder, the inverse head and shoulders here on Tencent. So keep your eyes on that. Let's see what else is moving here very quickly, guys. It looks like Planet is moving again. That's Planet Fitness. It's up about 1.4%. Looks like it's playing in this gap that we talked about in a couple of videos ago. You guys probably remember that. I think it was called 3 stocks that are, I forget exactly, but either way, we talked about Planet Fitness recently, and this one's continuing to move. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it did go 70, 72, maybe even higher than that in the short term. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Keep your eyes on SoFi, these other stocks that I just mentioned. And again, check out my previous video if you guys want to see me break down Salesforce earnings, their charts a bit more in depth. Snowflake's earnings, Foot Locker, we talked about all those in my previous video, so go do that. And actually hit the like button on this video before you go do that. Make sure to subscribe and follow me on X. And don't forget to get your free stocks from Moomoo, guys. Come on, open up your account and fund it with at least $100. Using that link down below, you get 5 stocks, each up to $2,000, and fund your account with at least $1,000. On top of those 5 stocks, you get 10 more stocks, each of those up to $2,000 as well. So 15 stocks waiting for you down below, guys. Go get them. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all later.